Alright guys, as you can see from the title and thumbnail, we got new wheels. When the G80 first came out, when I saw these wheels on a specific car out west, I was like, these are the wheels that I want on my G80. Look, there's nothing wrong with stock wheels, there's nothing wrong with the Edelweiss wheels. I still love the Edelweiss wheels. I think they look really aggressive, the deep concavity. There's no other wheel out there that you can get it for that price, and also that concavity on a wheel that you don't need spacers. Look, spacers are good for OEM wheels, but when you upgrade wheels to your platform, I kind of think that you really need a set of wheels that are actually more for zero spacers involved, because you spend all this money to get a set of wheels and then you gotta throw spacers on. I know that there is some reasoning why you would want to, more room for your brakes, things like that. But when you try to get the right fitment, you kind of have to go through great lengths, right? Doing your research and all that. So in the next video, when we mount the wheels on, I'm gonna give you guys all the wheel specs, but I'm really excited to get these wheels in. In a little bit, you're gonna see it, and I'm gonna be very happy to show you guys. But I wanna thank Sean at Mashimarho for expediting this process, because it does take a long time to get faces, things like that. And as we get into the video, we'll talk more about it. One thing that did suck is that FedEx, right? They've required my signature, which is totally understandable because these are a really expensive set of wheels. So I'm waiting all day. The wheels are supposed to be arriving today. So when they get here, I'll check in with you guys. And I'm excited. I know the hype is real, and you're about to see exactly what I mean. All right, so FedEx just arrived. I opened the garage door and they delivered it. I have my brand new wheels, and you can see that logo behind, and we're about to check it out, so enjoy it. All right, they are finally here. My BBS wheels. And these are not the CIRs, and you can see some hints here. A lot of you guys don't know what this means, but in a little bit, we're gonna open it, we're gonna check it out, and we're gonna talk more about these wheels. Oh my God. So as you can see, these are my BBS LMRs. And this is custom, because we're gonna get into that as we ceramic coat these wheels. All right, so before we mount these wheels with tires, sensors, and all that stuff, I wanna protect the wheels. But we're also gonna be skipping a step, because once the tires get mounted onto the wheel, then we can do it. And the reason why is that I don't want the wheel weights to have any issues gripping onto the wheels itself. So I'm gonna protect the lips of the wheel, the face, and also the back of the face of the wheel. And we're gonna start it with Geon's products. So if you guys didn't watch my last video when I got a new set of wheels from Edelweiss, we use Geon rim, right? Q2M rim to protect the wheels. We're gonna do the same thing here today. The only thing that I couldn't find, or I probably used it all, was the prep spray. And the prep spray is something that's essential before you apply any ceramic coating. You wanna basically make sure the surface is prepped properly. And right now we're gonna use CarPro Eraser. This is something that you can use on paint and all that stuff. All right, so I'm gonna be wearing a set of gloves because I wanna protect my hands from the ceramic coating. And a lot of you guys should probably do that too. I'm really excited about having these set of wheels. These wheels have been something that I've been wanting. When I first saw these wheels, let's get into why I picked this set of wheels. And these are not the wheels you could pick up from BBS directly. So a lot of people that you know, or if you don't know, BBS makes wheels, right? They've been around for quite a bit. One of the issues that I personally had trouble with BBS wheels is that a lot of the fitment that you get from their factory specs, right, for these vehicles that are spec'd out, they're not aggressive enough. And what I mean not aggressive enough is that for the perfect fitment, you're gonna need a set of spacers, or you're gonna have to throw on a meteor tire, which may look awkward. I know there's many other people that have bought BBS LMs for the G80 or G8X platform. And a lot of those wheels that you're seeing on these cars are made for the F90 M5. So that fitment for the F90 M5, you can put it onto the G80 or the G8X platform, but it's not gonna be aggressive enough. It's not gonna be flush, it's gonna sink in. And for me, if I was gonna spend this much money on a set of wheels, I didn't wanna throw on spacers onto the car. This option is not for everybody either. This option is a very expensive option. I'm not gonna give you guys the exact price, but just let you know, whatever you pay for, this is gonna be substantially more. It's not gonna be your typical BBS price. Going custom does require a lot of different pieces and moving parts. So I definitely want to thank Sean at Mashimarho, because what he said though, when I was telling him between these wheels and also, I thought about E88s, E89s. I just didn't know which direction I wanted to go with, but take me back to what I was telling you guys earlier. When I first saw the G80 M3, right, I saw all these different wheels that came about, and all these different wheels were like, okay, they're pretty cool, they're pretty sick, and they all look great. But when I saw this one specific G80 M3, which was actually Supreme Power's G80 M3, they had their car set up with the BBS LMRs. In the BBS LMRs, I was like, wow, that looks really good. And as you can see from the photo right now, I was like, that looks amazing. I think that looks absolutely perfect. It was one of the wheels that I thought fit the G80 M3 platform out. I thought it looked amazing. You know, I've seen LMs. LMs are still a great classic wheel, and I think it looks great on this platform. But I always like the deep dish look. And as you can see from the video right now, as I'm cleaning them, these are not your typical wheel. The reason why I say it's not your typical, because sure, you can get BBS LMRs, but they don't make a direct fitment where you're gonna have that flush fitment. If you want something that's gonna be a flush fitment, you're gonna have to look into doing a custom set of wheels. And finding the right distributor or shop that does custom wheels, you gotta be careful with that, because you wanna be able to deal with people that know what they're doing, because essentially you're driving on these set of wheels that are, you know, you're in a vehicle, right? You wanna make sure that it's done correctly so you don't have any leaks, you don't have any issues with the performance of the barrel and all that. So that's something that you should definitely look into. And which is why, you know, I went with Sean at Mashimarho, because he's been in the business for a little bit, and you know, he does a lot of BBS wheels, and his wheel builder was actually able to get these done in a timely manner. And for me, I'm just so excited to get these wheels, and I was definitely probably being a little bit impatient, but that looks great. All right, so I'm gonna take a little air blower and just blow off any dust that may be on here. One of the good things about G-On Rim is that in the kit, they have multiple silk applicator towels that go on top of the pad. So I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna try my best to get the coating everywhere onto the surface. And we're gonna shake this up. And I did use a lot of it from the last wheels. I did probably use half of it. And you probably don't need that much, but I tend to use a lot more than I need. And the reason why it's taking a little harder to open is because I think the ceramic coating kind of sealed that cap shut. I can already tell that since the lips are a little bit deeper, I may have to just go handheld. One of the best things about this ceramic coating, I'm gonna go handheld because I need to get into the crevice, is that you don't need to be a professional to use this. which is good because not all of us are professionals. Not like the guys at Hughes Detailing. So being able to be hands-on and do it by yourself, it's not a bad thing. All right, so now that time has passed, one of the most important things to note is that you're not taking the coating off, you're leveling it off. So you're taking any excess coating that's already, that's not needed onto the surface, and it goes onto the towel. So I'm using the towel and I'm just leveling it off. I'm taking off the excess that doesn't need to be on there. And for me, I like to work in sections, just so I know I get everything to my liking. And what this is going to be good for is that it's going to allow cleaning the wheel to be easier, right? Where sometimes the dust and all that stuff, the brake dust, dirt, is going to come off easier and allow you to have a more pleasant wheel cleaning process. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. But if you want to protect your items and the things you work hard for, then why not? You know, why not take the extra step to protect the things that you work hard for? Finding that the method of just using your fingers with the applicator towel or the silk towel is a little easier for me. Would it be easier for you? I don't know. It just depends on how your style is. One thing to note is that they tell you, once you put ceramic coat onto the wheels, all you really need is just soap and water. You don't really need to use any wheel cleaners because, at least especially for me and a lot of other people, I'm gonna try this out. I'm just gonna use soap and water. I'm gonna use that method just to maintain these wheels. If I see that there's some areas that are very stubborn, then I'm gonna start using wheel cleaner. The only area that I'm gonna use some P&S brake buster is gonna be on the tires, because that's obviously I'm not ceramic coating. And the reason why is that the more abrasive products you use, it definitely helps deteriorate the ceramic coating. But just off the first coat, like I said earlier, it definitely feels so slick now. Let me know what you guys think of this set of wheels as compared to the other set of wheels. Again, there's nothing wrong with the Edelweiss wheels. I'm still gonna have them, still gonna keep them, still gonna use them. But I always wanted a two-piece set of wheels. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these in the garage and show you guys an idea of how they look, and hopefully you get an idea of what they're gonna look like on the car. All right, so here's a sneak peek. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I am so stoked to finally get these on. I think this is gonna look incredible, and I'm already loving it right now. Again, let me know what you guys think, but I can already tell this is gonna look amazing. So the next video, we're gonna be finishing off the X5 content, but stay tuned. Shortly after that, we're gonna be doing the wheel installation video. But I wanted to get this video out just to share with you guys. This looks incredible, so stoked. So I wanna thank you guys again for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next video.